Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, July 1st, 2025, Aries. You're a real charmer, none of your friends can resist you. Today you should try to put on the finishing touches to your personality, and indeed, you'll be able to benefit from the planetary alignment as you interact with others. You will look for a little more authenticity in your personal and professional relations. Taurus, today will be a calm and quiet day. You feel strongly about finishing whatever you undertake. You probably have the opportunity to add the final changes to some projects you've been working on. The reorganization will give you some space, time, which will probably enable you to meet some very interesting people. Gemini, you're very tolerant towards a particular person in your entourage, which is probably due to your generous nature. You think everyone should have his or her own experiences and setbacks after all. We learn from our mistakes. Sometimes you aren't very humble, but your friends are lucky to have someone they can count on. Cancer, today you may have a difference in opinion with a relative. You will try to resolve this problem, but you will be irritated by this persistent situation and almost feel that your relationship has been altered for good. There is probably just a lack of communication between you. You have to try to work things out, so please take time. Leo, you're an emotional person. You can easily be destabilized by something you read in the news or see on television. Why are you saddened or hurt by the problems of the world? If you felt some violence surrounding you lately, you'll be happy to know that you can heal your wounds today. Virgo, this time has come for you to focus on your personal life. Your life has certainly had its moments. During the past few months, it has been especially full of new and deep emotions. If you're persistent about keeping your determined frame of mind and course of action, you will attain the goals that you have set for yourself. So please, go for it. Libra, even though you should watch your finances, you have a tendency to spend a lot of money. Happily, you have the opportunity to make a lot of profit. Your investments are solid and you will soon benefit from them. Don't spend your newfound wealth on frivolous things. You will fulfill your objectives if you're vigilant. Scorpio, you often neglect your health and body. Your equilibrium suffers from this. The time has come to consider a medical checkup just to be on the safe side. You love to discover new things. Your thirst for knowledge excites you to expand a lot of energy. Try to find a time to rest and relax and avoid all unnecessary effort. Sagittarius, today you will tend to analyze your life. You will think about your lifestyles and the food you eat. Are you eating foods that are good for your body? Are you exercising enough? The stars will help you focus on your health. Healthy activities are recommended today, so try to relax and find a sport you enjoy. Capricorn, these next few weeks will be full of changes in your personal life. Your relationships will evolve. You have convivial relationships with your friends, but you need to keep an eye out for strong personalities and let others express themselves. Try to stay vigilant. You can't impose your views on other people all the time. Aquarius, some people have a tendency to be shy. They almost apologize for being alive. For them, it's essential to keep a low profile. You probably think that you're like this, but you're mistaken. You need a bit of reassurance. There's a lot of interesting things inside you that need to come out, so please believe in yourself. Pisces, you're a real master of seduction. For quite some time, you have been able to draw a lot of numbers of people to you. It seems that no one can resist your charms, but today, you will start thinking about this process of seduction. Even if you appreciate luxury, you should be careful and stay vigilant. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, July 1st, 2025. Do have yourself a great, blessed, and wonderful day.
Morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our morning show here on DBS. Let's see what our news department has got for us. We'll be back.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polion. St. Lucian students have outshone their regional counterparts in this year's Caribbean Primary Exit Assessment CPEA, with national performance climbing to 77.24%, surpassing the regional mean of 71.23%.
Many of our students have made commendable progress this year, especially in social studies and science. This is something worth celebrating. Mathematics, although we realize improvement in performance at CPA this year, continues to be an area of concern at all levels, especially at the minimum standards examinations.
In only its third year of participation, St. Lucia also claimed the top honors as the island's leading male and female candidates, Madiba Charles and Madison Paul, ranked highest across the entire region. While improvements were noted in mathematics, science, and social studies, education officials say math performance remains an area of concern. A total of 1,960 students, 967 boys and 993 girls sat the exams this year. In a powerful show of Pan-African solidarity, Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu made history this week with his landmark visit to St. Lucia, marking the first by a Nigerian head of state to the Eastern Caribbean.
In a concrete step towards this goal, Nigeria is open to exploring a visa waiver arrangement for holders of diplomatic and official passports from OECS member states traveling to Nigeria. I respectfully urge a reciprocal gesture to enable smoother movement of officials and foster closer institutional cooperation.
The visit signaled a bold new chapter of strategic partnership as Tinubu pledged to deepen Nigeria's ties with the OECS across key sectors like health, trade, and education, while offering skilled Nigerian professionals to help build regional capacity through Nigeria's Technical Aid Corps. In other news, a wave of deadly violence has gripped St. Lucia, leaving 3 men dead in just 48 hours. The island is now grappling with the homicide count that has surged to 31 for the year as communities mourn and police launch urgent investigations.
A team from the Groseley police station responded immediately. Upon arrival, the investigators found the seemingly lifeless body of Daniel Charles, a 27-year-old male of Monchy Groseley, on his veranda. His body also displayed multiple gunshot wounds and was later pronounced dead by a medical practitioner. The Major Crimes Unit is currently overseeing the investigation and is working diligently towards closure of this matter.
The bloody weekend unfolded across Dennery, Groseley, and Soufrière, each scene echoing the deepening crisis of gun violence on the island. And the violent weekend has left 3 men injured, 2 of them fatally, following separate stabbing incidents in St. Lucia. On Friday, June the 27th, emergency personnel from the St. Lucia Fire Service responded to a call at 9:27 p.m. in Dennery. Upon arrival, they found an unresponsive adult male lying on the ground with multiple penetrating wounds.
On assessment, he presented negative vitals. It was observed that he sustained multiple penetrating wounds about the body. He was transported to a medical facility for advanced medical care.
2 nights later, first responders were called to Palmis Road in Soufrière just before midnight. There they discovered 2 adult males on the ground, one with multiple stab wounds and no vital signs, and the other suffering from a wound to his left leg. Fire officials say life-saving measures were administered before both were transported to hospital. The St. Lucia Fire Service has not released the names of the victims, and police investigations are ongoing. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us for our next news major at noon, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thank you, guys. We'll take a break and come back. Body over in Trinidad. It's St. Lucian, a group of St. Lucian. It's the St. Lucia Student Association in Trinidad. And, they provide a vital role. If you're going on out to study in Trinidad, that body is there to be like you, to hold your hand through the process. Nathan Emmanuel is part of that group, and he proffered the opportunity to share some more light on the group. And of course, you could get to find out more about them as well. This is Nathan. Nathan is representing, the PRO for the Lucatt You're going to break it down for me, Nathan,
Yes.
because it's a long thing. What is Lucatt?
St. Lucian Students Association in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, you see, you even add the Tobago because you have to do that because them Trinidadians ain't playing that, them Tobagonians ain't playing that. You must put the Tobago. Right, Nathan, it's nice to meet you. Tell me about that body, that association.
We are an organization which mainly represents to build a family for St. Lucians. We want to enhance their experience while they enter UE. Make that transition smooth and easy in this new, strange environment for them. We host cultural events. We host fundraisers. We even promote our students, put them on platforms where they can promote themselves while they are learning. That is what we do as an organization. And we just want to promote ourselves. Not many St. Lucians even know that we exist in Trinidad and Tobago. That's the problem we are facing. And we want to promote that. We want them to know that we are here for them, to serve them as their people. That's what we are.
How long you started this? How long was it started?
We started this very old. It's been here before me many years. Many years.
Oh, well, how unfortunate that person's going out to UE, don't know that they have a body there to represent them. They have backup.
Exactly.
Oh, well, let's put that word out. Okay, so you're part of the alumni of the university. Where do you normally meet? What happens? How does one connect? What's going on?
Well, I first joined via word of mouth. That's the issue we are facing. We want to make it more streamlined process, more structure. Right. We meet usually once a month, and mainly when we have cultural events like Journée Creole, Independence Day, flower festivals. Nobel laureates really celebrate ourselves and promote our culture. That's mainly when we meet.
Right.
That's what mainly we do.
Right. So as it stands right now, when you gather for these meetings, what is normally the gatherings like? You're not really happy with the numbers for now?
No, the turnout could be better. We are currently, I think, 50 members. There are so many other St. Lucians at UE right now that still don't know we exist, and we want them to be a part of us. We have to fix that. That to be part of our family. We have family down there. We cannot be scattered.
But from your own experience now, let's take it, maybe that's a good thing to do, because you are discovering the body and now being a part of it. What has it done for you and your own experience, student experience in that foreign land?
It has allowed me to keep in touch with St. Lucia, being in Trinidad for so long. I'm in my third year now, so I've been down there for almost 3 years now. It reminds me of home. I don't want to forget here. This is where I came from. It reminds me of St. Lucia. That's what we do. We want people to feel like they're still St. Lucian.
I like this. Well, let me ask you a little technical. Well, not technical, but let me go into your brains a little bit. Right. So we know sometimes you have students. Now, is the body currently doing that, or maybe something, maybe future wise, if once we get more in depth into the thing, we could probably think about all of these things. Normally you have students start off, in their semester, they're doing their thing, and then they get a little financial stumble. And sometimes they have to drop out, and sometimes they'll think. So if this body was a really solidified place and people start to build, and we could, raise funds and things, that could be something that,
something I think would be ideal to build towards, where we could help our students if they ever falter, stumble. We are family. We're here for you. Exactly. We need to be there for each other. If that's something we could build towards, that'll be perfect. I think that'll be amazing.
So that could be goals for the association, isn't it?
One of our goals. Definitely one of our goals. Right. We are working with institutions here in St. Lucia as well, like SALCC. We want to build that bond. So as soon as they leave SALCC and they come down, you're an automatic member. We're here for you one time, immediately.
We caught up with this young man right here, Elijah Jules. Oh man, his journey into becoming an executive chef is quite amazing. But beyond that, he sees his duty and his role to pour back into those who are upcoming. And it was wonderful having a chat with him. This looks good. It smells good. And as Jules will say, It is healthy. Jules, what's going on? We catch you, we catch you this morning. I like to catch people in kitchen.
I know, I realize, I cannot escape you,
Absolutely not. Now, you're down here at the NIC. Well, they have a partnership going on. We're going to find out more about that in a while. But since we catch you and you're a hard man to pin down, we had to profit the opportunity to talk about your Chef in Schools program.
No problem, no problem.
Tell me about it. I'm learning about it now. So tell me about that program.
I mean, the Chef in School program is an initiative. It actually started from 2012. It was actually launched by the SLHTA.
Right.
And we have chefs. I mean, it all began when the culinary team came from Miami.
Right. That's your last trip for Miami?
No, not the last.
Oh, the one before, the first one.
First trip to Miami. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out how do we give back? How do we give back to the community? And the best way to start with the kids.
That's right.
So this is when we myself, Chef Wendell from SLHTA. I mean, it's the whole SLHTA family.
Nice.
Came together and decided, okay, let us have the Chef in School program.
Right. How does that work?
I mean, most times, with Chef Wendell, Wendell, when he was part of the SLHTA, I mean, the calls would made from different schools.
Right.
I mean, and then he would contact him and he'll contact the team. And we just go to different schools and then we, teach the kids whatever, how to do stuff like that, the basic stuff like baking and pastry, how to chop something, how to season some meat. Yeah.
How did that go? How did the kids receive that? I'm sure they would have been excited.
Very well. I mean, they receive it very well. I mean, even right about now, it's on a hold, which is SLHTA, since the whole pandemic thing. But I still do it on my own, Yeah, I mean, if whatever principal from whatever school call me, tell me, can you come over to help, to teach the kids something? We do it,
I like that you continued, Jules. You see why we like this man here? Absolutely. Because this is vital. When we talk about sustainability and we talk about, moving forward and keeping a presence, you understand? We have to start somewhere and we got to pour into the younger ones coming in. I'm glad you did that.
Agree,
What was your start off like though?
My start off line, I got a humble story,
Yeah.
I wanted to be a bartender. And then I actually landed a job as a pool boy, yard boy. And this is when I worked my way in, So imagine my then boss absolutely said to me that I only need you in the kitchen for 1 week.
Right.
You go, you do your washing and the dishes, and then you go back to your pool boy thing, Wow. And 1 week was 2, then 3, then I was just stuck in the kitchen, But there was this great chef there. I learned I learned a lot from him, And every time, he was a humble guy. So every time, Eli, come do this, come do that, And this is how I got to like it, And now I don't see myself doing anything else but cooking.
Absolutely.
I don't even want to be a bartender no more,
Okay.
Nothing else but cooking right now,
That is where your passion always was, partner. That was your calling all the time. It just took you a different route to get there.
That is what it is. Sometimes you have to go somewhere else to come back, to know that.
And here you are today. You're preparing. When is the next school call?
Well, I haven't got any yet. Just last week we were doing something with the Sufra Infant School. No, Sufra Primary and the Sufra Infant School.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was doing something with the kids as the age of 10, 9, less than that,
If you were to leave anything, based on your story, which is a humble one, based on where you are right now, and based on that school program and the importance of pouring into our young people and giving them that platform to be able to hone their skills, what is the message you're going to leave?
I will leave a message to, those who can afford to help. Just help the kids, help the cause, because most times I've heard teachers say that they reach out to that person and then it's very hard to get an answer back or support, the kids are the future. We need to start with them, build them up and give them as much support as possible, yeah. Because that's what I do, I go to the school, it's on my free time. Yeah, I just love the kids. I love to cook. I love, anything to do with food. I love it, So.
This is so noble, and we appreciate that, Elijah. Your mission is far, it's wide, and it's vast. And we have no doubt that, you're going to be realizing some great stuff, results in the end, because this is what it is. This is what it is, man.
But even most of the students I have taught during the chef in school are actually working for me right now. Because this is the whole program. We don't just go to the schools and teach them. There was a competition in Barbados called the Chef Julian Challenge. And most of the time we take the 2 passionate ones, we go to Barbados. And we have won so many gold medals in Barbados. The first year I went, I was in 2014, I believe. We won every single competition. Yeah. And we came back with a goal and everything, the whole title. We came back with every single thing. Yeah, and then we give a chance to another chef to take over. I don't want to do it all the time, give somebody a chance to, And even the chef who was gone, has done absolutely well, But I need to big up on Chasney, Jed Mountain, because most of the chef who has done that, Sufre has always won every competition. And so the chef is always from the Shasta Mountain, you know. Yeah, so
I
this
love it. Let me tell you, Jules, big up you, brother. We appreciate it. We take some sample in some food in a minute, but that is for another show. And you might have to bring you into to give my little schooling and thing. Prepping good.
I mean, I do private classes as well. I mean, private. I mean, if you want
A lot of money. You say that private classes there, that sound like you go heavy.
oh, yeah, I give you a discount, you know.
All right, well, we'll see what happens then.
No problem.
But kudos to you, man, and thank you for your service.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Hey, St. Lucia, how you doing? It's your friendly neighborhood BweelzFit man here with, what shall I say, a little nutritional episode for you. Now, I'm not no nutritionist, but what I do know, that not all foods work for everybody. Not all diets work for everybody. You know, a lot of my clients come to the gym and like, when they sign up, oh, do I get a diet plan and all these things? Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying diet plan is wrong. However, I stopped selling it. First of all, it's very tedious to prepare. Secondly, it's very expensive for me to sell for you. Sometimes $150, $250, $300. Diet plans are very expensive. However, the thing about it is, when you get that diet plan, can you afford everything that is on that diet plan? Can you afford all the foods? Does St. Lucia have all the foods by the market? You understand? Will you follow that diet plan? That's the thing. So it's just a waste of money. However, what I can advise you to do, whatever you eat, do it in portion, do it in small portions. Do not eat for your belly to be filled. There's a lot of people that eat food and they're starting to yawn. I mean, that's being greedy. You understand? Take your time and experience with different foods. Find what works for you, find what works with your body. You understand? There are people I know that don't eat broccoli. There's a cousin of mine who don't eat vegetables, period. She has an allergic reaction to vegetables. She can't even go in the grocery aisle at Walmart. You understand? So she have to find whatever works for her. And sometimes she eats some burgers and stuff. But then you still have to put in the work. You understand? Eating, your diet is like 70% of what you want to accomplish body-wise. Gymming is the last resort. You understand? Coming to the gym is just like a relationship. Or should I say, it's the I love you in a relationship. You meet somebody, you start to date them, you go out with them, and you see certain things they do, whether you can tolerate it for the rest of your life or not. Because it's a waiting, dating, anticipating process. You're waiting to see if you find the right person. Then if you think you find the right person, you start dating, going out and stuff. You understand? And in that process, you're still anticipating whether you can or cannot spend the rest of your life with that person. So if you see, okay, you can spend the rest of your life with that person, along that timeline, that's when the I love you comes in. It's just like the gym. You want to come to the gym, your sleeping have to be in check. Your eating have to be in check. Your stress levels have to be in check. It have to be moderated. It have to be under control. And when you have all these three under control, then you can take all of that and come and put in the work at the gym. Because if it is not under control, you come to the gym, you pay, especially pay for personal training, the trainer put all the effort into training you, then you leave the gym because you're depressed, because a certain situation transpired, it's on your mind and you cannot let it go. You cannot sleep. You cannot eat properly. Then you're getting small. Then every time you come to the gym and then you put in all the work, your body starts to feed on itself. And there is not enough fat or protein in your body to feed on. Then the little muscle that you're working on, the body going to start feeding on it and you're going to start getting sick. It's not going to end up too healthy for you. That's why stomach ulcers and all these things come in. You understand? The next time I will try to get Dr. Lancico on my program and talk to you about health, because he's very big in fitness also. And he just opened his new practice up north in Bayok area, Dr. Kevin Lancico. He's my doctor. Thumbs up to him. And he can speak to you and elaborate on everything else I just said. However, again, is what works for you. If you want to go eat KFC, go eat your chicken breast, what you eat. but do it in moderation. Don't eat for it to be filled, but work out. So everything properly proportionized. So, you know, if you're going to eat junk, then you're going to put in the work. Because, of course, you can't eat junk. Because there's something called clean bulking and dirty bulking. There is clean working out where you want to put on size and you're going to eat protein, everything clean. Lean, protein, chicken breast. And there is dirty bulking where you're going to eat pizza, chocolate, whatever you want to eat. But then you know you put in the work. I'd rather clean bulking than dirty bulking. But sometimes they come at my home. If the best come at my home, they open my fridge, then they'll bunk me because I have a box of Baby Ruth there. However, despite the fact I'm saying I have a box of Baby Ruth, if you want to spike up your insulin, after you work out, you can have a chocolate. It spikes up your insulin. What transpires then, whatever you take in after, it goes straight in your system. So after you eat that candy or chocolate, and you take in protein, hey, sexiness is joke. But if you go and eat a chocolate, and you're going to put a whole bunch of bread and flour and all these kind of things, hey, fat is going to take over. And that is just little notes about health. But it's all about you. Remember, we as trainers and influencers, we here speaking, running our mouth. Whether what we're saying is true or not true, positive or negative, the choice is yours. It's your life, it's your habit, and it's my banana. So, as I would normally say, be fit and focus. Good morning.
Let me tell you, it's summertime. You can tell it's summertime because me and the wind battling here today. But you know what? It feels good and we are happy to be here. It's a beautiful Tuesday. I don't know about you, but I intend to go out and have a wonderful time and make the most of the day. I hope you'll do the same. Let's do it again tomorrow for another DBS This Morning.